supposed to sit down with your project prompt and create this detailed checklist of stuff. And we covered a lot of different things with it, right? So we also had like some discussion, right, about certain like conditions that were acceptable and not acceptable, right? So all right, so let's start with that. So do we have a coplanar condition here and here? We don't? This is not coplanar?
Yes.
This is coplanar. Is that allowed? What?
Yes. No.
Where's your checklist? Your checklist in the discussion we've had, you're not supposed to have any coplanar conditions, except there's one place where you're allowed to have coplanar conditions. Where is it? The floor. So at the floor level, you can have two coplanar conditions. So like, for example, at the bedrooms, right, you're allowed to do that. Okay? So that's one of the things that's got to get fixed, is that these have to go up. Do we have coplanar conditions here?
Yeah.
All right, so this one also kind of becomes an issue. So this one needs to kind of be corrected and rectified. All right. Another issue that we talked about was this idea of exact repetition. Okay, and exact repetition means that you have three identical conditions all existing right in a row. Right? It's the simplest form of repetition that you could possibly have. And so one of the things that I would say here is that here we have two items that have exact repetition and one that doesn't. Okay? And so that would be another thing that I would take into consideration at this sort of infancy level of learning some basics about design and about also following what's in the project prompts and stuff like that. That becomes kind of another issue that needs to kind of be addressed. Unlike a lot of people, okay, his scheme for where he's putting, and I'm assuming that this is the living room, dining room?
Yes.
He actually has done something that works, because remember that this kind of goes uphill a little ways and goes down, right? Mm-hmm. So this is kind of, there's a hill right here. So a lot of people are putting this down further and trying to look over the hill, and you can't. All you're going to see is the dirt in front of you. He's got his up high enough, right, to where he can see over the hill. But there's an issue that I have with this, and that is that this lower elevation element is not going to be able to get a view. So let me ask a question. On this site, where are the negative views? Take this pencil and point it at the cemetery water tower. No, point exactly at it.
Right here? Yeah. Is this bisects?
It's about right. It's right above that corner. Okay, very good. Now, where are those hideous, ugly tract houses?
Where I am.
Over here. Okay, what is this?
That is the living room.
If you put windows in it, are they going to see the tract houses?
Only from this angle. I was planning on having windows here and only minimal windows here for ambient lighting.
Let me ask you a question. If I take this and I turn it around and I place it here, right? Can I put a big corner window here and have it face out to the view?
Yep.
Are there nice vineyards out here?
Yep.
Can I put corner windows here?
Yep.
Win-win, right? This thing here, I would avoid putting things right in the sort of
the vertex.
I was going to say something much more vague, like the crotch, right? I would say that maybe what you do with this is maybe put it over here. Okay. One other thing that I want you guys to be aware of is the idea of use and noise. We have, let's say we have 4 functions here, right? We've got the public communal spaces, living room, dining room, kitchen. we have got a study, we have got bedrooms, and we've got transitional spaces, 4 uses, right? Doesn't it make more sense if all 3 of the bedrooms have the same general sort of separation from the most public spaces? And so that's where I think I would take this element and I would move it further up and allow all 3 of these to sort of face forward into the view. Okay. These projects are somewhat scripted. There's not this like infinite number of different possibilities, right? But what we're trying to get you to do is to discover the issues with the possibilities, right? We're trying to get you to discover, oh yeah, you know what? If these guys are down here and they're 3 friends, right? And these guys are like just throwing down, and they got the music up, you know, they've got, you know, they're drinking, they're having a great time, and this guy wants to sleep, he's kind of close by. So he's going to get pissed off, or she's going to get pissed off and go, I want that bedroom, screw it, you guys are always making noise, right? So you're trying to kind of provide this egalitarian, try to keep it as equal as you possibly can sort of thing. Okay? All right. As far as the bedroom things, one of the things that I'm suggesting to people is that the bedrooms actually use the short distance coming out, okay? Rather than have the long line attached to the bar, do it like this one, so where the short line is attaching to the bar. All right. Okay. So that's another comment that I'm going to give you. One more thing that I want to talk about, and I think we're going to do it in a separate video, is going to be what's going on inside of each of these. Okay? Because I think you guys need to know that in order to know how these go together. So, do you have any other questions for me?
What about drainage as far as if you're making a corner like that against the grade of the hill? Or we to take that into consideration as far as like...
I don't think you have to worry about drainage, because in a case like this, what it would do is it would go down to a swale and the ground would come back up to the building and you would swale around it. All right. The only place that in this site you really have to be concerned with drainage is the fact that this is a valley.
Yeah.
And so what you want to do is make sure that you do not literally build a dam across that valley. There needs to be, well, it doesn't matter. You can put this, say, if you put that there, right? Then all you do is trim this off over here, and your valley just kind of goes around the building. It's very easy to deal with it. Make sure that these stay elevated. Make sure that you're learning that lesson of the fact that when you look at it formally, right, you want each of these as a volume expressed differently from the other. Okay? All right, so let's go ahead and stop.